Hello.
Hello.
Oh, what I wanted to say is that a giant, F you to Jonathan Jans for making us read Lenora, because that was just had me sobbing like the entire time. I was like, why did we have to read this story? This was unnecessary.
Which one was Lenora? That was the mom that Flag took over?
No, it was the little baby Dick.
Yeah,
I just kept picturing Dick Dick. I'm like, can we just like pick a different named animal? Because it was like, I was having trouble reconciling that with basically a bit Bambi, right? That's what it was, what it was.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this Dick Dick shit? You trying to get too fancy for yourself? Just call it a doe, a deer, female deer.
I mean, a female. It reminds me of like this person probably watched Tiger King and like the whole exotic animal craze that came from that and like the lockdown. So it wouldn't surprise
The
me
whole
that
world
there'd be
watched that because
of COVID. No, you're good.
there was nothing else to do. Shit.
But I was just like, oh my God. Like, I mean, obviously I knew the animal was gonna die, and then he was like, I'm gonna read I Am Legend. I'm like, why would you do that? Like where
Yeah,
your
yeah.
companion animal dies.
Why
Yeah, as
would you
soon
want
as
to
he was like,
read what
I'm
you're
leaving.
living?
Seriously.
I didn't get that at all. Stay the fuck away from Richard Matheson and the apocalypse. Jeez. Uh, it's not going to make you feel better about yourself. You're going to be like, holy shit, I'm as bad. I'm as bad as the people in the stories.
Her whole existence, she was just abused, and then she gets sick and dies. And this man has only ever seen death in his entire life. I'm like, wow, I hate myself after reading that.
That's the guy who couldn't find his dog, or is that a different one?
No,
That's a
that was a
different.
different one. It
No,
was the
that
Yeah,
one
man. Sorry, I
I was
just.
gonna hate and loved it instead.
they all just kind of trailed off. It didn't end. There wasn't like any protagonist necessarily or drama. It was just this happened. I don't know. It was a little underwhelming, but kind of.
Well, I'm assuming I didn't look at the. Sorry, somebody. I was just gonna say I didn't look at the. Okay, so yeah, at first I was like, wow, all these stories are about the beginning. I thought it would be more, and I was like, oh wait, this is just part one. That's why.
Yeah, I think I'm over the beginning. I want to get into some other shit, man. That's part of my problem. Like, okay, I get
Like,
it.
okay,
Let's
I get
go.
it. Let's go. I do like I never thought about Flag and Abigail being in their lives. That I mean, maybe they did talk about the dreams before. They did, but not like we didn't really get to see much of it.
You've only associated to, 20 people in the book. It was the whole world, apparently. Wait, was it the whole world or just like was she telling people in like
I
Siberia to come to Nebraska? And if you
Probably
take too
not.
long from Siberia, just go straight to Colorado?
Yeah, I was like, hey, how come nobody else got that memo?
Yeah, is there like a
I feel like,
like a European Mother Abigail? Because it's a little closer.
well, America's the only thing that counts, obviously. So,
America, yeah, until we
wait,
blow
what
up.
about if you're in Canada or Mexico? Like, come to
That's
Boulder.
that's
I
still
mean,
America.
maybe it's at least feasible for them.
They're going to be in the United States in the next year anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I also like the idea of her only reach. I mean, obviously, like you're gonna want to reach out to the people who will survive, but then the others are like, "What? Wait, what? I'm gonna die."
I haven't gotten a dream, so therefore I'm gonna die. Well,
And
Is that what that
then
means?
on the other hand, the ones that are dreaming about Flag, I'm like, "So you're not a good person?"
Yeah, yeah. I'm sitting there like, oh God, what did you do? But are they bad people, or is that the dividing line? Flag only gets the bad people, and
Well, they both
I guess it kind of
tried.
was that way.
They tried to get like Flag tried to get others like from the good side, and it didn't
It
work.
isn't there a story where he's like talking to someone and they're like, whoa, I don't think so, or sometime.
Larry, I'm pretty sure, or maybe not Larry, but
Larry should have went there because he's not a nice guy.
he has an arc.
Yeah, well, he definitely does. Um, I think the one on the island was my favorite until the end. That was so Stephen Kingy. It was great.
On the island?
Yeah, I forget which one that was.
yeah,
Trips?
Lockdown.
yeah.
Lockdown. Okay. Yeah, that was like straight. I mean, I think they were on an island in Maine, weren't they?
Yeah,
And I
but
kind of
that
never
one,
thought of that. Like there's no virus on that island if they keep everybody off of it. So,
I was under the impression like it was just in the air and you're gonna die if you're not immune. Doesn't matter like if you quote unquote stay away.
well, I don't. It's airborne, but I don't think that means it travels in the atmosphere. It's just
Mm,
within a couple feet, and then it dies like the flu would. But
same.
that was like so. Those people left and then tried to stole a boat, tried to come back, and they're like, "Oh no!" And it was just a woman. The guy wasn't with her. I want to know what she wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like probably what they said, like, I don't know. I am curious what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole another story behind like what happened on the mainland there
I have a
because she's coming
feeling,
back by herself, and what kind of desperation is trying to make her come back when she knows they told her we're going to kill you?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, and wasn't she only gone for a couple hours? Like, did they even reach the mainland, is my question.
I was wondering that too.
Like, they got halfway, he fell out the boat, and she came back like, I need help. He's in the water.
I That could have been, but still, oh, you still left, stupid,
Or
under cover of night and all that.
she killed him and that was her cover.
Well, maybe they were like taking the vacation so she could get insurance money, and she's like, "Fuck, now what do I do? Like, I'm gonna kill him anyway. Fuck that motherfucker." Uh, it's Yeah, I'll start the first one, but that was kind of my favorite. But then it just kind of fizzled out. Like I was like, all right, where are we going with this? And then it just was like, okay, done. Damn it! Like I hated the way all of them ended, which I guess is kind of fitting for Stephen King collection, right?
I do have to say a lot, like I didn't really think about it much, but they all did read a lot like Stephen King.
Yeah.
Some more than others, yeah. The first
About
one,
I said, of course, it would be the serial killers who survive.
My God, seriously.
never even thought of that. I was kind of he was a cop serial killer, right? Wasn't he a
I
cop?
don't even remember. Hold on.
I mean, it's gotta suck.
Um,
If you're a serial killer and everyone dies, well, now what the fuck do you do?
Well,
You
no,
gotta change your identity,
I guess that's a good point. If there's only like three of you left, can you like?
right? You can't kill each other. Oh, I guess you could. That's probably what would happen. I'm gonna serial kill you. But not before I serial kill you. But yeah. What if Boulder or probably Vegas had a serial killer that he called? Well, Flag would have just killed his ass. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here.
I mean,
I mean,
Flag was kind of a serial killer.
well, I was gonna say Flag would have just like
He's more of a
recruited
genocide.
him.
Uh,
He'd be one of his
yeah, but
weapons.
a serial kill. I mean, based on the book, a serial killer couldn't end up in Boulder, right? And that doesn't kind of it doesn't kind of cover all the random people that are just wandering and don't know where they're going and could have just like they're like, oh hey, there's people living here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rob every fucking house there because there's nobody here and there's no cops.
Well, they could also have people like Nadine, where they're traveling with someone who has dreams of Mother Abigail, and they're just like not a good person.
Harold.
Yeah.
I would like to see Nadine backstory some. The movie or the TV show kind of tried to do that, but they made it like she played with a Ouija board and now Flag's possessed with her forever. I didn't really like that. It was a little
Yeah, because
too easy.
that came out like right after we were reading The Witching Hour, so I was like, is this like what's his name?
Lasher,
Lasher.
that'd be cool.
Uh,
I don't know how he feels about Anne Rice. He's never mentioned her.
Well, that's probably a diss then.
Well, I shouldn't say he's never mentioned her. I don't know, but I'm not like we know how he likes Harry Potter. I had to be careful how I said that.
That's my point. The stuff he does like we hear about.
Right. So does that mean he doesn't like Anne Rice? That's
I don't know.
She's the only one I found without him.
The
Like,
stuff he
Clive
doesn't
Barker,
like,
Dean Koontz.
I should say, we also hear about the stuff he doesn't like, so maybe he should just not on his radar.
He's probably losing his mind on Twitter right now, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm amazed at what's going on out there.
Yeah.
But we're not here for that.
The end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, right. You know, we always pick something fitting, don't we? Like, let's read Doctor Sleep, and all of a sudden there was a TV show all about Doctor Sleep stuff.
It's very 19.
Oh, so much 19 lately. Flight 19 had 19 people missing.
That also reminded me that I had to look somebody up at work, and he said his name was Steven, and I automatically went, "Oh, with a PH." And he was like, "Yeah, you're the first person to ever say it like that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, it's always PH first in my head."
Yeah, people that use the V are just weird and lazy.
Well, we started talking about like Stephen King, and like so every time he comes in now, we talk about it more and more, and I'm like realizing that I sound insane because I keep dropping new lore, and I'm like, yeah, well, he has that house in Maine, but he doesn't really ever stay there because like his main
It's
house
like
is in Florida, and like I'm like,
next
wow,
time
I
he comes
sound like.
in,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
next time he comes in, tell him you're his number one fan.
He might he's read a few of the books, so he might know what that means.
You dirty birdie. Anyway, so where's did they go to a hotel room? I didn't get to room 24. I kind of
I think he went there because that's his like, you
where he
know,
was supposed to lose his virginity to a
yeah,
hooker paid for by his father.
okay,
which
Roland.
yeah, not quite a gunslinger though.
I mean,
Also,
not in that way.
Roland went through.
And Roland's dad didn't pay for it. He didn't even know about it. But didn't he like see his mom and Walter and then went and got a whore or something? Or no, he passed his
Yeah, the thing. So
manhood
kind of.
test or something. Yeah, yeah. What? It's a different. There's a different culture back then.
He lost his virginity thanks to Walter.
The way the oh yeah, and by the way, page 4. Blah 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 blah. Mom used to talk
JFK.
about the day JFK was shot.
Yeah.
Page 4, and then he's like, "What the hell does JFK have to do with that? Why am I thinking about that?"
Good
Because you're in a
question.
Stephen King book, kind of.
Even when it's not a Stephen King book, there has to be an obligatory JFK.
That's
The
how you
universe
know
is so big.
it's a true fan.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of little things like that. Be like, oh, I mean, obviously they're all fans. Or they wouldn't be writing it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would
But
hope
it's
not.
it's kind of cool to like see. So, oh yeah, that's is a, there are like I don't know. I didn't like the way a lot of them just kind of trailed off, and that was that. But I did like, I guess, a lot of the little carrots and nuggets that you would only know if you had read The Stand. I guess you would say.
I
I
feel
can't
like
think of one at the moment, but
a lot of Stephen King's short stories are like that though. Like they don't all have like a conclusion necessarily.
so I said it's kind of fitting for a Stephen King tribute, right?
Right.
Yeah,
They
like
should have been like I wonder if they when they like sent out the memo they were like, okay, now it has to have an ending that's gonna piss people off and they're not gonna like it. We won't accept it.
I feel like a lot of short stories kind of in general though do that because I mean, you only have so much space to be able
Yeah.
to
There's usually like one main point to make and bam and then it's over. Like once
yeah,
you get to the point. But I didn't get
especially with
some of that.
an anthology of short stories, like you're gonna get a lot of the trailing off and not an ending.
Yeah. I didn't really have a problem with the
They're
way, like, the plots or anything. It was just, I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect, so I'm like
I don't know. I
enjoying
gotta
it a
look at my
lot.
notes. I'm trying to remember. I was all over the place. I want to know about what happened 20 years after and 30 years before and what's going on over here. And, so far we're just people in America basically about to die and the ones that get left. I wonder if they're allowed to be like, can we have like someone from the book like, a month or two, like leading up to
I was
when the
wondering
world
that too
ended?
because when they were talking, I can't remember exactly which story yet, but the one with Amber, Amber Waves of Pain. I was like, is
Yeah.
Which
she
one was that?
there? She was the one that drive around at the BMW. It's the one with the
Oh, was her name Amber? I
flight
forgot about the one that
attendant,
was just, do you,
and
that
she
was a,
picks up the little
that one
girl,
went
and then they
places
meet.
yeah, go ahead. I know what you were talking about.
No,
That was an odd one.
I was just, yeah, I like that one. But I was wondering if Amber was a character that I forgot about from The Stand. And I was like, I don't think so.
Her name should have been Julie Lawry.
Well, and then I got her confused with Snakebite Andy for a second. And I was like, no, wait, that's not this story.
He like died in that book when I wasn't paying attention. Like, do it for Snakebite. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Like she just it started with her initiation, and then she was like out of it by halfway through it.
Did we lose
Um.
Allie?
Uh. Wait a minute, is that why I got it? Wait, let me check my phone. Did I get a text about it?
I don't have one.
I want from home chat. Deb Mellon's doing this whole. Everyone's in a snowstorm. Report it. Yeah. So I sent the dogs plans now. I was like, everything's good. Well, shit.
What would
I was
happen?
rolling.
I mean, I guess we could keep going and
I'm
see.
gonna say what we're both thinking.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I'm assuming she's trying to reconnect. Seems to be taking a minute. Maybe she's not home.
Hopefully her power's not out.
Oh God. Right, you better turn on that generator. We got podcasting to do.
Mhm.
I'll worry about that. Our gutters are like super clogged. I have to get up there and figure out. I guess pull sludge out of them because every time it rains, the gutters drip for like 10 hours.
Our power, sorry. I was just gonna say our power goes out from a bad like thunderstorm. So like I just hope it doesn't get too
We're the
windy.
opposite. As much wind and nonsense as we get up here, it's pretty good about that. There's been one time in 10 years. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah.
But yeah, my point was the ice kind of worries me.
I think the problem is that a lot of our power lines are still above ground.
Oh, ours are. I can see it. You can look out the bay window when it's windy and watch them swing. Like, oh, no, but it's like I'm just expecting it to snap right off when he's done.
Should we text her?
Yeah, maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she's sitting there talking. She's like blah 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 blah.
I can hear the
Well,
snowplow outside trying its best.
we got her. Um, yeah, I'm ready for some other stuff than what happened right before everybody died.
Yeah, that's something I was gonna say is like it's really cool, but we got a lot of this already from Stephen King because he did a lot of the like what do you call that? The secondhand
The second
stuff.
cut, the unkindest stuff.
Yeah,
The second cut. Yeah, with the
yeah.
baby that starves to
She's
death
back.
and all that.
Sorry, died.
No.
The funny thing
Let's
is,
go.
I had it on a charger too, and I guess it just wasn't charging fast enough for the use that it was doing. So I was like, better charger.
Was it wireless? You
I
gotta
was
watch
like,
that shit.
yeah, I was
So,
like, maybe her power went out.
right.
Well, thankfully, no.
Well, you can still connect with your phone even if the power was out.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I was making the most important point in the whole world when she dropped off. I don't
Okay.
Sorry.
remember what it was. I don't remember what I was talking about.
I mean, we were talking about well, I was just mentioning like I didn't know if characters were supposed to mean something, and we were talking about the story with the flight attendant and the girl and the teenage boy.
Well, I was talking about the first. Oh, I was talking about the serial killer top guy, and the whole time, I kind of like the build up on that one because I spent a lot of time going, this guy's a murderer, right? And like, but I wasn't
Oh yeah.
sure, and then
One of my notes is he's a scary man.
Yeah.
yeah, I like the way they build it up. Where I was like, I'm just like, I think I know how this is gonna go, but I'm not 100% sure. So, and it went that way, and then everybody died, and then he's
It
like,
also
oh,
felt
and he
like
like killed someone to cover up the chick he killed, and they're like, you kind of didn't need to do that because there's no one to worry about.
yeah. I also feel like he went on a fast track through married life. Like
Yeah, right. He did the quick version, and this was someone he had a crush on, I guess, right?
yeah, like an obsession.
Well, yeah, maybe it's a better word for it. But
It all happened very fast, though.
Yeah.
it did escalate quick, but I mean, he was, he had a very limited amount of time to keep serial killing, so you
I mean,
can't
I do
trust
feel like
anyone who's
no, you go ahead.
you can't trust anyone whose hot parts are on the inside hiding. That's why you treat them like they're just as good as us. Interesting.
That message was so confusing, and then he was like, but he never did that when he was actually out on the streets. And I'm like, so he treated people like shit, but he told you to treat them like good? Like what?
Yeah.
It's clearly has women issues, right? Didn't he he couldn't fuck or something, right? Wasn't there something there too?
I don't even
Serial
know.
killers aren't able to do it for some reason.
He was like only able to get off if he was thinking of her like tied up or hurt or something.
That's
Oh yeah,
right,
he kept
right,
going, "What the
right.
hell's wrong with me?" or something, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay, yeah, that was an interesting way to start.
I mean, it
I
definitely
was like,
felt like
I
a
never
Stephen
even
King.
thought of a serial. Yeah, yeah, I may have to read that one again. I think I read that one at the gym and I was kind of confused. I was like, what the fuck was that? What just happened? Was he a cop or he wasn't he was a cop, right?
Yeah, he was a cop.
That's like a whole story in itself, a cop serial killer. You don't even need the Captain Trips.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wrote that? Was that a
Caroline Kepnes. Kepens? Kepnes?
so a female perspective about a male serial killer that hates women?
I
I
mean, it
think
felt,
he wrote. Have you guys watched You on Netflix?
Not
yes.
all of it. It's another one that
Wait, she wrote that?
And she wrote the book it was based off. Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
oh, she's way cooler now.
Well, that you said she write a woman who writes the mind of a serial killer who hates women. I mean, a man serial killer. I'm like, yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
It's not me. What are you talking about? I don't do that.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, well, clearly she's better at writing men than he is at writing women.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the next one? The Trips? Is that's the one with the mom
Yeah.
in the I guess I don't know how to say it. In the city, a hood somewhere with drug dealers in the streets killing each other. That's another thing I didn't think about. Like, yeah, what happens to all the it's all weird because oh yeah, that's gonna happen. And then 2 days later they're all gonna be dead. So it does all the
Yeah.
stuff that happens doesn't happen for very long. Like
It's kind of like I guess we have the ability to look back, but it's like, yeah, you just got to make it through that like couple of days and then whoever's left, that's it.
and then you can do whatever the fuck you want because you're gonna be all alone.
Yeah. What, one in 10,000 or one in no, 1 in 1,000, possibly 1 in 10,000 survive.
What did they say? 25 or 250,000 people in the whole country would survive. Either way,
Worst
by a lot.
case 25, best case 250,000, yeah.
Oh, it was yeah. You can imagine that's like 5 people per state.
Mhm.
But yeah, like imagine I don't know all the drugs in Colombia that are just sitting there that people are gonna start killing each other over, and then they're gonna all gonna die. It's kind of weird because there's all these scenarios that end of the world stuff that you don't think about, but it all is not gonna matter for very long.
I mean, those
And
drugs will
Captain
still be there like after they start rebuilding.
Nobody in Bolivia or Colombia is gonna survive. They're all gonna OD and be sleeping in piles of cocaine. Yeah, that'll probably be enough. There'll be more drugs than people, so it won't matter. You won't have to fight over it at all. At least for a little while.
Well, and there'll be enough that the people who are addicted can take as much as they want and probably OD.
It probably won't take very long either. You give an addict as much as they want, that's not gonna end well. It's usually money that stops you from keeping going, not sleep or whatever. I thought he was in their mom, or was he just like controlling her from a distance somehow?
Yeah,
I
I think
understand
just
that.
like controlling her.
Yeah.
But why is he
Definitely.
out? What was the point in that? Why? Because he wants all the people to come to him. So why is he like having her kill them? Because they
Well,
were gonna go to Mother Abigail or something.
that's what he said, yeah.
So why isn't he doing that to I don't know everyone who's going to Mother Abigail?
That's a good question. I guess, well, the thing is, all of the people that we saw in the stand, like, they didn't, we didn't see this perspective to see if Flag was out there getting people to try to kill them. There were no people left. They were it.
Well, even you need an army, right? So don't kill what's left. Maybe they're gonna die anyway. Well, then again, what's the
But
point?
what about the little girl, though? I'm like, how could you possibly know if an 8-year-old is like a bad person?
Yeah, well, she was right. Well, she wasn't, but it didn't end well, or it was
It
about to
seems to
not
be
end
like
well.
if you're able to be corrupted by Flag, then there's like you have like there's not a I don't know how to say it. It's not that you're a bad person, but you're not a good person.
Well, it's like Stephen King's book, you know. The monsters only work because the people there are already kind of bad to begin with.
Yeah, but she's an 8-year-old girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, what did she
Maybe
do?
she. Well, that's Pennywise. He doesn't live in time anymore, or he lives
Yeah, well,
backwards, or
Pennywise
something
doesn't
weird.
care if you're bad or not.
Pennywise just wants
That's
to eat your fear.
Yeah. In
yeah. So
that way,
much.
he's kind of better than Flag. He's all opportunity, equal opportunity.
He's much more efficient. Like Flag was just like, okay, everybody walk here for the next 3 months, and then we'll talk.
Or like, I mean, this is not really important, but the guy from the Island Story who was ready to leave, he wasn't trying to kill everyone else.
There's gonna be good and bad people, right?
Maybe they weren't dreaming of Mother Abigail, so they're not a threat. I don't know.
Maybe.
The guy at the wait, he it was Flag, right? At the end of that one,
What?
that he was
He was,
dreaming of the guy that was about to leave the island. Yeah, because his wife was like, "No, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't be stupid." And he's
Yeah.
like, "I can't help it. I'm dreaming," and he won't stop fucking telling me.
Right.
I'm like, it's only a dream. Like, take some Valium and you won't dream. He'll stop talking.
Stay up 24 hours, and you won't remember.
Don't go to sleep. See, every Freddy Krueger movie ever. It just never works because it's impossible.
Yeah, but I don't remember my dreams if I'm that tired.
Yeah, that's true. I would say I don't dream, but I don't know if that's actually true. It's like being really drunk. You just kind of fall over for a couple hours. Especially if you're up for a couple days or, I've been on some couple day benders, and when you finally do fall over, it's, you know, you don't even
It's like
bat an eye for about 12 hours.
right. I was gonna say it's like being under anesthetic.
Yeah, yeah, mini deaths.
I don't know, I had some weird dreams under heavy drugs.
I have some stories about that, but not sleeping, like waking up and go, whoa, like, took one and went to sleep and then woke up saying, oh my God, what's happening? Uh,
Yeah.
oh, and by the way, the people in the trips with the possessed mom and all that, did you catch where they were?
They said a name.
He'd
I
seen
can't remember.
Kensington, Manayunk, and Fishtown on the news many times.
Yeah, Kensington. That's what I recognize.
Kensington, Manayunk, and Fishtown are all downtown Philly.
Yeah.
So I guess that was a Philly killer.
That's the neighborhood. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not unnamed then.
Maybe it was Kensington and they're all killing each because we all know there's a bunch of drugs in Kensington. Maybe that's where they were. I forgot about that till I just glad I highlighted it. Of course, Philly was represented, not in a good way. Mm. Okay, what's the next one? Bright Light Big C. That's the airplane one. That one,
Is that an Elvis song?
no, it's a book. Bright Light Big City. Is that what I said?
Well, why did they say everybody sings that song when they come here? And then he keeps referencing Elvis, and I'm like, what?
I think
Why?
it was just because they're in Vegas.
Okay,
Do you know how many Elvises are in Vegas?
but what? Hold on, now I gotta find the song.
I don't know. I don't remember what song it was, but I don't. I think it was just one of those quirks. It's a very Stephen King thing to do. Just pick a song and roll with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought this was a story about people getting the plague on a plane, and it turned into not be that at all because I don't think the plane ever even took off. They were like, get out," and they were like, "No, we can't." And I
Yeah, it was
remember going
like
like,
about they were like about to take off and then a guy ran into them.
yeah, messed up the engine.
"You ever been on a plane? Like that guy would have been really tall because the
Well,
engines are about
he was in one of the trucks that are
the
like help
little
push.
ladder things." I was amazed that they don't follow him, but I guess they don't go very fast. Yeah, he was like chasing the. Yeah, that was weird.
Which I didn't understand that. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, try and get in the plane when the door is already closed?
Yeah, and what's behind? What are you running from exactly? The plague? Or somebody like is something happening at the airport? Somebody's losing their
Yeah,
mind?
it's not like there's zombies chasing you.
Yeah, like just go hang out in the field for the next I don't know, a couple years. Tell everybody that they can't come. I mean, that to me, it goes back to the island. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go find a fucking island and a bunch of guns, and everybody can fuck off. And maybe a big weed island. Might have to go to Jamaica. Might just have to take over Jamaica. But yeah, but then it turned out, yeah, they didn't even take off, and then this is a strange. It's very apocalyptic, I guess, which makes sense because it just kept taking left turns, and then they ended up in this city, and then there's these crazy people running the city, and you can't leave without getting killed, and and if they catch you, they're gonna kill you and rape you, or maybe not in that order. So the whole like crazies are like blocking off the ability to leave the city. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, this woman end up in the sewers, and it's a cliffhanger. She's trying to make it to the light, and they're chasing her, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And
Yeah.
I actually like this one. I was kind of upset when it ended because
Well, also, sorry, I agree. She was one of the ones who was being corrupted.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like, she almost killed the boy at Flag Say So.
Oh, I didn't remember that, but I was gonna say
Like,
just tough times. Like she was trying to decide. She kept trying to leave the girl, and the girl's like, "You're not gonna leave me, are you?" I've just
she's
been
like,
like,
well, actually,
"Yeah, hey, desperate times. Let every man for himself right now, because you're probably gonna be dead by tomorrow anyway, so it doesn't really matter. One of us will be dead by tomorrow, maybe not both of us."
Well, and I love when the girl, like when Flag was talking to her and kind of trying to get her to kill the boy, the girl was like, "Who's talking to you?"
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
She could, like, yeah, see that something was going on.
Okay, is it the shine the push?
Push.
Firestarter.
Uh,
I was
I
doing
don't
some
remember.
research, and that came up by nerds on a different Stephen King podcast. They were
I
like
don't.
ending because they were the movie Who Shall Not Be Named they were reviewing, and they brought up a point that I never thought about. You know how Andy can like make people do stuff with his mind? Is that the shine? And who would win, Andy or Danny?
I mean, I guess it's the shine if you take it in the form of, like, the way they do in Doctor Sleep, where it's like anybody with psychic energy has shining, but it's not all the same power.
The shine got a lot more powerful after Welcome to Derry, right? Dick was doing some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was interesting because I never thought about that. The push is, I think the push was this. Wait, no, he wrote The Shining first. Maybe the push isn't The Shining.
I barely remember the push, but
He would like
Yeah.
just grab his head and be like, "You, this is $100 bill," when it's a $1 bill to the taxi driver and shit like that.
yeah.
And then I think when they were in the shop, he told somebody to kill themselves or something when they were escaping, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I want more
I mean,
shop
I
stuff.
guess, especially the way that Dick was using it.
Yeah, I'd like to see more shop stuff. I kind of feel like the
What did you say? You feel like the shop what?
shit. I'm just disconnected.
Technical difficulties abound.
Okay, technical difficulties again. I forget what I said. I would like to see the.
The
I can
shop.
bring the tablet closer now because I got to my microphone. The shop is responsible for Captain Trips, and I'd like to see that story. So maybe I have to write that and submit it to him. Actually, I know
And the world is like,
it doesn't count for the shop. They're isolated. I can't find my headphone case. Got what I was doing.
Sorry, I've been looking for it this whole time. The song they're talking about is Viva Las Vegas, yeah, by Elvis Presley. Yeah. Because it starts out, Bright Light City gonna set my soul. I was like, why so many Elvis Presley references?
So that makes sense. If they're in Vegas, it's much harder to leave, like sneak out of Vegas because it's fucking flat desert. You can see everything.
But yeah, I mean, they said they were in Vegas because that's like the girl's from there, the old woman's from there, but she's
Yeah,
just like as a flight attendant. Just like a hell of a place to
I
stop for a
thought so.
layover,
Yeah,
huh?
that's when I was
yeah.
reading it. I didn't think about that. Like, what do you mean? If I want to sneak out of fucking city, I'm sneaking out of city. You ain't stop me, but you know,
But that's why I thought Amber was a character because I'm like, oh, she
because you're in
clearly is one of
Vegas. That's a
Flag's
good
goons
point.
then.
Well, and wasn't there an actual character in The Stand called Am?
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Feels like
But
it
it
was,
feels like
right?
she should have been.
I used to spew.
But I just didn't get the whole like $10,000 for an exit fee. Well, money doesn't really mean
Yeah, I
anything at
wasn't
that
sure why
point,
they cared
so
about Amber
why? What's the
Heard.
point?
Oh no, never mind. Amber Heard played Nadine in the TV show. That's all I can give you.
Yeah. I have a feeling the cash was a ruse. Like they just want you to go up there and they were gonna let you go or not, I guess. I don't know. But why would they let anybody go?
You have to not
Yeah.
be of raping age
Maybe
in order
not.
to
Maybe
do it.
they but why? Why wouldn't they just kill you?
Why do they care? Why didn't they want anybody to leave?
Because they're building
Is that
Flag's
what this is?
army.
Like, oh, they're waiting for Flag to get there?
I mean, that's how I've read it. And or they're not gonna let anybody go to Mother Abigail.
And where the hell's Flag
Yeah.
at? He should be there already. The fucking shit started. What the fuck?
Isn't he like he's like at a jail cell talking to what's his name right
No.
now?
He's walking.
He's collecting.
Yeah. What's that guy's
Lloyd.
name? His guy,
Clearly do not like Lloyd as
Lloyd.
much as I
Thank
do.
you. I always forget. I know because I always forget his name.
Lloyd's great. He's my favorite. Out of the bad guys. I don't know. Trash Can Man is probably my favorite, period.
Lloyd is a
He's like
sucky
an
bad
accidental
guy.
bad guy, and then when he makes decisions, they're the absolute wrong ones. Like,
Yeah.
no, you shouldn't have shot that guy in the face, just so you know.
And like no matter what he does, he just is always comes off as a big coward.
I did not like the Lloyd in the TV show. He was not Lloyd for me. So we might have to watch the original. That Lloyd is he's like a little older, and it's Miguel Ferreira, if you know who that is. Not sure I said his name right, so that might be hard to figure out who that is. But like the new Lloyd was like a young kid who was just caught up, and all of a sudden shit got serious before he knew. You know, he was still snorting. What the fuck were they doing in the car? But he was just too busy
I
partying,
don't
and all of a
remember.
sudden, like, there were interstate fugitives, and they had killed a bunch of people, and he was like, whoa, oops.
I mean, that's essentially what happened in the book.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what it
No,
read like.
that right, and just, I guess, defining. Yes, that's exactly what happened. I don't even know what the hell the point was of this one. So, but I think I said I like the island one, but I like this one too.
Yeah, I did like this one, but it felt a little bit like we were reading The Stand.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch headphones. All this technical stuff. When I went off the headphones, I kept hearing background work out.
One of in lockdown, they had a callback to the when we saw the executions on TV, or when the host got
Always
killed
on
too, like
TV
when they
killing
came in
people or
and
something. Oh,
shot
that's
everyone.
Yeah.
one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They mentioned that in a couple of them, actually.
Yeah, because I remember they did it again, I think, after that one.
I think they
Yeah,
did
why
in
does the lady think
too.
it's like you said, just because she has a bunch of money that's they're not gonna kill her? If you're in Vegas, are you dreaming about Flag, or is it or already past that at that point? Is he like, hey, come next door?
Were there any people that lived in Nebraska?
I mean, maybe Mother Abigail. Yeah, I don't know.
Did they dream
The
about Mother
place where she got
Abigail?
the chickens, or where she had to go. Did they have? Wasn't that someone else's house? She had that whole like fighting the weasels.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she walked to a neighbor's.
freaking what's his name? The dog.
Jack.
Kojak. I almost said Cujo.
See, now there's a Joe
Wrong.
in the apocalypse.
How long does a rabid dog?
Long enough to
I don't
make it
think very long.
awful for the people in the car. I I guess you will die sooner or later, right? Because it eats your brain or something like that. That's
Makes you
weird.
afraid to drink water.
Yeah, that'll kill you. But that'll take like, 2 months. Or no, wait. Food is 30 days.
Yeah.
Water's like 3 to 5 days. So
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we figured out the animal rules yet. It's kind of, if the deer are getting Captain Trips, then there's a lot of those around. That's bad.
I don't know if they
Yeah, but didn't
are
what's
because you
the
said there were deer
tic tic
everywhere.
whatever the hell that thing is? Isn't that a deer?
Well,
It's
technically,
yeah,
it's
it's
more
from
bovine,
freaking yeah, like
is
what's
what
his
he
name?
said.
Joe Isuzu's not Joe Tiger King. What the hell's his name? Who cares? We don't need to
Yeah,
follow
I
him.
can't. Joe.
Yeah, we don't need to follow him.
Oh my God, he has a crazy name.
Maybe.
Joe
Something like that though,
Exotic?
right? Maybe it is
No,
that.
is it?
I think he was known as Joan Exotic, but I don't think that was
Yeah.
his legal name.
Well, no, but I couldn't even
Oh,
remember what he was
good thing
going
he's
by.
gay because he's in the
Yeah.
right place. He what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, like you said, I think this person read too many of those or watched too many of those shows because that's what they were. It's some kind of deer that's been tamed and is a distant relative that came from somebody's zoo, right? That they probably weren't supposed to have. Think about that.
Yeah, but my point was that it's more
They did say bovine or
cow-like than
something too.
deer-like.
Yeah.
But that was his guess, so who knows if
What
he's right.
if the animals
I think they're more like a cross between like a deer and an
right
antelope
again? Why did we pick this weird animal? Well, maybe I should
because
see what
they're
they actually look
adorable.
like before I start judging them. Um,
Heart-wrenching.
so let's say the animals don't get sick, and what happens to all the zoos?
You have freaking what's his name out there killing them all.
Who? The cop?
Yeah.
No, the guy from the story who abused the animals when before the it's like Edward
Oh,
or
from Wayne Diddy?
something. Not Edward.
Dead.
Wait, what was that in this one?
Well, no, it was in
Okay,
the Lenora one. The guy that he kills, the one that
right.
is like abusing them, and he says that he saw the animals tied up
All
and
right. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
slaughtered at
yeah.
the zoo.
Yeah, that whole neighborhood was not good. So was that the Philadelphia Zoo? What the hell?
I think that was not
That
the
was Lenora,
Philadelphia
right?
story.
Wasn't that the Philadelphia? Oh wait, no, I got my story confused.
Dedeker.
Bright Light City is the Philly story. Damn it!
No, that's
Yeah.
Van-
What the hell
No,
was I
that's
just
the
looking at that they
trips.
were in Manio? That was the Trips. Okay, okay.
The trips.
I understood because you
Yeah.
said it louder that time. Uh,
Yeah, well, you
it just
clearly
takes a
didn't
while to
hear
sync
me.
up. My brain's doing a lot of things at once. I have to wait for it to process.
It's like when I say I've never seen something and you go, this part about it? Or this thing about it? Or that thing? I'm
It
like, no,
doesn't
I
mean I don't
still
want to talk
haven't
about
seen
it.
it.
Well, we're gonna watch Event
Yeah, but it
Horizon next
doesn't
time you
change the
come.
answer.
Well, we're gonna watch Event
I've
Horizon.
almost watched that a couple of times. Like, no, I'm gonna wait because I can't remember if I, it's been a while, so I can't remember if it's still worth watching. Sometimes they start getting old. Okay, next is the guy chasing his dog, and there's the girl that wants to do him, and he says no because I heard a dog bark, and they're all sitting. That's another thing. Like if I say like they're all drinking a 30 pack of whatever beer, and I was like, you know what? That's also a good point because if the world was dying and I thought the second I cough, I'm drinking because as soon as you cough, you're gonna be dead in like 2 or 3 days, right? So let's go.
I mean, if you're young
Yeah,
kids
well, that
and there's
too. Yeah,
nobody
like let's
around,
go
you're
to
going
the
to do it
liquor store.
anyway, also.
Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get a sleeping bag and sleep there.
Yeah, I think they were
Probably.
like Coors or something, and I'm like, why? Like, I get you're young and you don't know, but if it's the end of the world,
Is that what it was?
Coors is not going
Coors?
to be
Like,
my
oh
drink of
god,
choice.
maybe they were trying to like make something that was popular, and everyone's referencing 1990 again. I hate that. He wrote this damn book in 1978, and he didn't set it in the future until he re-edited it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I honestly couldn't even remember when it took place. So that date, I was like, is this
Well, they're trying to
way
like
before or is
some
this
of them are
during?
trying
Like,
to
when
like
is this?
reference stuff that would have been relevant, in 1990, but not 1978. So like when they say something, I'm like, oh, you went 1990, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not. I did that with the very first story because I had never read Bridges of Madison County and they kept referencing it. So I went to look and I was like, wait, that wasn't even like made
That
when
wasn't
he
like
wrote
that was a
this damn.
90s movie. That wasn't even like no matter when they said it, it would have been after that.
Yeah,
Clearly, that was
Yeah, I didn't remember when it took place. So all of that was irrelevant to me.
Madison County was published in 1992. So even it was still after the unabridged version of The Stand.
That's I call that some like the canon is broken.
Yeah. Not that anyone really cares, but it just like,
Hmm.
eh.
Why did Flag leave him alone in the car? Why did he want him in the car? I didn't.
I think he was just messing with him. But you know what? I thought he was going to open that door and there was going to be a wolf there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should have been actually. Now that you say that, yeah, they were wolves.
Or a coyote. But they were wolves, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of felt like he
Yeah.
was just fucking with him. He was like, "Oh, this guy's hiding from me. Haha, I see you." Moving on.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can feel his presence coming, I don't think hiding is going to do anything.
Guy that's in your dreams, maybe, and you think that hiding under a blanket's gonna fool him. Didn't he even open the car door, and he just.
But I mean, in a way, he didn't open his eyes, which is a move I totally would have made
I
also.
don't think I could have done that.
Like, if I don't open my eyes, then you don't exist.
You
You
guys
can
would have
see
still
me, I
been
can't
getting
see
my
you.
Pennywise.
I mean, that's how I've always operated.
Yeah, I don't think I
For
could have not
sure.
opened my eyes. I need to. I need.
But it's speaking of though, he has a line in this story where he says, "Would it be worth surviving and would it even be worth surviving
I
in a
don't know.
place like that?" And I'm like, "Thank you. You understand how
It's an
I feel."
interesting question. I don't know. With no TV, no Wi-Fi, no. Well, I mean, I lived half my life without Wi-Fi. I think I need my TV.
No air fryer?
I mean, I could go back to oil and fat if I had to. You don't want to live that long anyway. I don't. It would be a bunch of little armies would spring up as like people like tried to control neighborhoods and stuff like that. There would be a bunch of little, I guess, gangs, and then it would start consolidating. So it would be survival of the fittest kind of situation where, if you don't have anything to contribute, you're not gonna be around very long anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want to be there because I don't have any interest in trying to be stronger or more powerful than the next guy. I
Right.
could be like Littlefinger though. I could sit next to the
Like
king and tell him what everyone's doing. I could be that guy. That's what I do. Sorry.
I mean, can't you?
That's what I do at work. I'm like the
No,
guy
go
who
ahead.
knows all the stuff that everybody else doesn't know. So they all ask me like, "Hey, what do you know about this?" So I would just take that and keep going.
I mean, I feel like you could be pretty useful
I feel like my brain might save me, but I don't know if I wanted to.
in.
Like just
Yeah.
give me some. I don't know. But you only get one life, so
I mean, I always make this joke, but like, I know that, like, I guess we'll see if I have survival
we're very
instinct or not if the
adaptable.
time ever comes.
The
Yeah.
the survival instinct is strong, whether you realize it or not.
That's what I mean. Like, like that could kick in and then everything changes. But hopefully I'll
Yeah,
never have to
right.
deal with that question.
This is
Hopefully
all
this
theoretical. I
is
don't plan on
medical.
dreaming about Flag anytime
Yeah.
soon, or at Mother Abigail. I
I,
mean,
I
not
was gonna
really.
say, wait, you already decided?
I mean, I don't know, but I like to. It just seems like it'd be more fun in Vegas. Although you got to really watch your p's and q's. They're off. I did
Yeah,
something
they're
in
a lot
Boulder.
more
Was it
harsh
the
there.
freeze zone? Like, oh come on, get over yourself.
I mean, but you don't get killed for
Until Flag sends his
like
three best serial
anything.
killers to integrate. I guess he's dead now. I mean, that's what I'm saying. People could just wander in there, or just because they're dreaming of Flag doesn't mean they're going. They have to go to Vegas. And if he's smart, he would tell some of his people not to go to Vegas and to go to Boulder. Mother Abigail's all flaky, like she ain't controlling shit right
I mean,
now. She doesn't even know what the
yeah.
hell she's doing. She's like, come to Nebraska. I mean, come to Colorado. Yeah.
I mean, I think he does. Yeah. No, I was gonna say he does do that with Nadine, kind of. Like,
Yeah. And
I
Harold.
don't think she
Harold was
knows.
such a shit nugget.
Yeah.
Whatever happened.
Yeah. And that's what makes it so
Yeah, his
interesting.
arc. Well, he doesn't really have an arc. He's got a downward spiral, not really an
And
arc.
sad.
And then at the end, you're like, fuck, it was all for nothing. That's right. Oh yeah,
Pretty
fucking
much.
Harold. Oh yeah,
Poor
Flag
Nick.
totally used Harold. He crashed his motorcycle and told her to leave him to die, and she was like, okay, bye, sorry. And
Yep.
then she gets to Vegas, is like, I changed my mind. Fuck y'all. Like, well, wait a minute. You just like let Harold die for this guy, then you get there and you change your mind. What a very
I just don't- I get we've had this talk, but I mean, like, I don't know if she was that
well,
much
that's
in
true.
control. And
Yeah,
at the
that's
very
probably
end, she did
true
what she
because she was
could by
definitely
killing
out of
herself.
control according to the TV
Mm.
show because he's been fucking with her since she was like 12 years old. I don't mean that literally.
I
So
didn't take it literally, but yeah,
the
I hope
man
not.
with the crimson gaze from his dreams. Oh, really? Flag has a crimson gaze.
Crimson. I didn't even catch that. I
This might
should
even be
have,
the man with the crimson
but
gaze from his dreams, the Dark
that's
Man.
interesting.
Wait a minute, that's not Flag. That's someone else completely. Well, apparently,
Also, the Dark Man, like
there was
not the
actually
Man in
doesn't
Black.
he has a short story called The Dark Man. It's completely different. I think it's John Coffey. No, it's not. It's like he meets this guy. It's like something wicked this way comes. He like meets this dark man in a I don't know a field, and he's like, do this or do this, and they both suck, but you got to pick one or you're gonna die. It's like that kind of story. But so that's not. Yeah, Dark Man's weird because I just associated that with the tower, but maybe not. Like that's Walter, right? Well, no, I don't think he's ever called the Dark Man actually. It's called everything else under creation.
Wait, is Flag the Man in Black in?
Yes,
No, he's not. Is he? I
they
forgot.
retrofitted that,
You know what? Never mind.
and they
We
never
don't need to
should
go
have
down
done it.
this.
Or should I say he retrofitted? No,
But
this
do
is
they
before. That's
call
what I
him the
mean. They
Man in Black in
retrofitted
the
Flag back
Stand?
in to be Walter, or Walter to be Flag.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the Dark Man is kind of weird. I didn't even
Yeah,
really put that
I feel like they're
together.
like half a fan. Wait, who wrote this one? I shouldn't say. Uh, which one were you on? Oh, the dog one. That girl's
Every dog.
reminded me of Julie Lawry too. She's like, yeah, well then, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for her to snap, but I definitely got a different energy. I was like, no, she's just lonely and
And he kind of
sad
kept
and
trying to
like
tell
wants to
himself that.
try
I'm
to
like,
forget about
well,
everything.
that is a fair point. They've all been through some. Anybody that acts stupid at that point, you almost get a pass as long as it doesn't hurt me because we've all lost everything that we know as of like yesterday. And they're like, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Glenn talk about that? How his like algorithms or something about how fast the world would end. It's like last week,
I
everybody's
don't even
getting on
remember.
airplanes, and this week, everybody's dying.
It is nice to like you I mean, obviously you're not going to read this book probably if you haven't read The Stand, but like you don't have to, we already know the story, so we can just walk into any point of it and we
That
don't
is
need the
nice.
background.
Uh,
Because like we already know that it happens super fast. We've
yeah,
seen it
we
time
know
and
that
time
they get
again.
black and bloated, and we know that their next
And we know
right.
that
We know that
99% of
most of the
them are going
people
to
in the
die no
story will
matter what
not
they
be here
do.
next week. Bev,
We know the significance of Mother
right? When you're
Abigail and
dreaming about
Boulder
Flag, we
and
know what that
Flag in
means.
Vegas.
Remind me who Bev Vincent is. I know that name, right?
Oh, I think it was
No,
Bev, but
the
obviously not.
one that wrote Lockdown. That's I think
Yeah, I'm
something like
looking.
that.
I have no idea. I don't. I'm really bad with
Stephen King.
authors, though. I really only know like 10 names, I feel like.
Just-
Yeah.
Okay, so that I don't even Bev Vincent's a guy or a girl. I'm sorry. Just cut that part out. They that's the Stephen King Island one. Okay.
It's a guy.
Yeah, I like that one. Until oh no,
Wait, he's the author of The Road to the Dark Tower and the Stephen King
I'm
Illustrated
sure I have
Companion.
one of them books because let me go look over here in my reading collection. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's probably a
That's
book
probably why
sitting
you
over
recognize
here
the
that's
name.
got his name. Anything that doesn't say Robert Firth, I have to look at. I got George Beam and Glenn Chadbourne. We all know Glenn does the pictures. Yeah, that's got to be what it is then, because I definitely know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. So this guy's a giant fan, and his island story was like straight. If you'd have told me, if you'd have put Stephen King's name on that and said he wrote it, I would have believed every second of it.
Yeah, I agree. But I gotta be honest, I don't feel that different about most of these stories.
So
Yeah.
what's the one with the kids? That's the trips. That was a completely different tone to me. Or maybe it's because of the characters or ones that you wouldn't normally see
That's
from
fair.
him. It was very different. But that I don't mean I liked it. I just That one I
Yeah.
didn't feel like he wrote, but it was also relatable. Until Flag started taking and possessing
That makes
everybody
sense.
in the family for some reason.
Not
Anybody
everybody.
over 8 or
Sorry.
8 and over.
Go on. No, whatever. The brother was older, but that's not the point.
Yeah, why was he able to possess them and not
He
him?
also did.
Because he was going to Mother Abigail, I guess. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently, they're
Yeah,
saying that little
I know.
girl was corrupted
She was going to
already.
do some, you just have to go to the tower and pick a different level and see what she was going to get up to in 20 years. How about the Lord of the Flies one? I forgot about that one. In a pig's eye, that was actually interesting, and that was more
Which
like what would
that was not like Lord of the Flies.
well, like
Sorry,
it kind of was. They were on their own.
because I had
No, because of the breakdown. The freaking top of the entire town is the bad guy. Yeah,
because they were
Beezer.
chasing
No,
him.
that's
I see
Peggy.
what you're saying. Okay,
What did they call the pig? I forgot. The monster or something. I
big
mean, in
big
Lord of the Flies.
guy.
Anyway, this one was kind of interesting. But again, I was reading it and I was like, okay, and then it was over. It's like, fuck. That
Yeah, that one. The ending was definitely a little lackluster there because I
it
was
was like
like,
the
I mean, I
guy
don't know.
and
I
the.
guess what else do you
So
expect?
again, we have another cop that's a bad person. This seems to be a theme going on here. Uh, that would have been funny
Dallas
if
police.
that's what they should have done. They should have said they were at a Dallas police, or they should have been in Dallas or something.
Think no, not this story. They were in Texas in one of them.
I think that was the one in Texas.
Was it? Okay.
I like the breakdown and the people were coming, and like some had guns and some didn't because they're just not readily available. Even though he's the sheriff, I feel like he could have got more guns if he wanted to.
I just didn't understand why he kept going back. I was like, one, how do you know they're still there? Two, why do you care that much?
I mean, if he's insane and there's nothing else to do, like I kind of buy it. Like if he holds that much of a grudge. Now, I do understand like if you wait that long, like why would you even think that they're still alive? But also, why did those two go into sight when they could have just easily stayed hidden and let them think they were dead?
Wasn't that the point? They couldn't stay hidden
Yeah.
anymore.
But no, well, they could have, but I guess they risked. Like I'm not saying stay in the deer stand, but like
What a
stay
fancy
out of
deer stand! They
sight
were
at
like building a
least. I
house
don't
and
know.
like building a life together.
It took me. I had to reread that like page like a couple of times before I understood
Treehouse.
what deer stand meant. Because at first I thought it meant. Yeah, well, yeah, I got it. But I thought it meant like there was a deer strapped up high in the woods.
They tied him
And I was
to a
like, why would
tree standing
anybody
up.
do that? And how do you climb up there? Tied up with cables. And then I was like, wait, how does it have windows? And so I was like, okay,
Usually
I
it's like a
understand what he's
platform,
talking about
you
now.
know, nailed to a tree. So this one was like a little mini house up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
normally it doesn't
yeah,
have
that too.
walls.
I think that one had a roof and all kind of shit.
They were
Right?
like more in a tree house
Treehouse
than a deer
Massacre.
stand.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was the whole point in the backstory that this guy just hated him forever and he was not gonna let it go. And he didn't kind of know how to deal with it, so they just kept running and the pig saved them.
He reminded me uh, he reminded me of the sheriff
Which one?
from Under the Dome. The one in this story, Glenn or whatever. Started with a G. He reminds me of what was it, Big Jim? Gene, sorry. Reminds me of Jim, I think his name was, from Under the Dome. Whoever the sheriff was, or the guy that basically declared martial law in
Yeah,
the
a little
same
bit.
way.
This guy was well, they were both pretty insane. Jim was just waiting for
Exactly.
a chance to fucking run the show.
Oh, it seems
He
like
was
so was
our
Gene,
yeah,
though. That's what I'm saying.
he was just an insane cop. I guess this was the Bev one, right? No, yeah. Wait. No, that was last one. I don't know who this one is.
No, no.
Pig's Eye is Joe Lansdale.
Joe Lansdale.
That doesn't help me. Does that help you?
Well, wait. It's Joe R. Lansdale. Does that help you? Sorry.
Well, we don't want to confuse him with all the other famous Joe Lansdales.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that sounds meaner than I meant for it to sound, but I just like that it has his middle initial there.
I don't think I'd use my middle initial. A little too Emmy.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I think In a Pig's Eye was going to be my favorite until it just like fizzled out. I'm like, wait, I'm not done yet. What is going on?
yeah. I would have. I think I would have liked a more like finite ending, like one of them like breaks their leg and bleeds to death or
They just got
something.
in the boat and took off, right? And that's Ricky.
And yeah, we'll see what happens.
I liked that all the people you were
True.
rooting against, though, at least died.
Yeah,
And
I
That's
not
didn't.
true. Yeah, it was kind
He
of
had
a
his own
happy
little
ending.
like yeah, like Lord of he has their own little gang going on over there. So and they apparently none of them were nice people because they like would bring them over to come kill Ricky and what's her name and like the one would die, so we come back with a new one. Oh damn, they're pretty replaceable
Well, that's what he kept saying. Is like he's got to use them until they figure
until they
out
die.
how
How long? Where was that one
dumb they
set? Was that right?
are,
Oh
or
yeah, the
something.
world went to shit while he was staring out his apartment window or whatever, and he went into the woods because he saw the cop killing people in the street or something. And he's like,
Yeah,
okay, this is not going to end well. I need to get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
I do like. Yeah,
which is
they're watching Creepshow in the beginning of Lenora. It was
yeah.
actually it was a yeah.
The one. Oh yeah. Also,
Oh
what the hell is
seriously?
a Betamax?
When when started,
Never heard of that before.
Betamax also started. It was like the Japanese version of VHS tapes, but they were different size. So it was like you had to decide which one you wanted. Um, and VHS took off and Betamax didn't. And so it just died a slow death and then went back to Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured like context. I figured because I'd never heard of it, but that made me laugh. Because usually it's some of the things
It's a very early
like I know what a
80s thing
phonograph
to
is.
bring up.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just never, nobody ever wanted a Betamax. There's a bunch of people that bought Betamaxes. They were really expensive and then, threw them in the trash a year later. And VCR, I guess, is synonymous with VHS at this point. Um, we used to call them VCRs, but that just means video cassette recorder. So that could be VHS or Betamax, but it kind of became a Scotch tape thing. Um, So VCR basically means VHS,
I
but
didn't know
it's
that.
technically,
Well, I thought the VCR was the device. VHS is the
yeah, there's
tape,
some of that. Well, you could call it a VC.
like a DVD player.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But you could call a Betamax a VCR too. I think that was so. Like when you said VCR, you meant VHS player, not Betamax player.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's how
It's
obscure
like
Betamax.
what was the do you remember the movies that had like full size discs that were like records? I can't remember what that one was called. Like, no, not everything works. Compact discs are going to be around forever
I don't.
or until you scratch them.
I mean, they're still. Actually, I guess they're not really around. DVDs are
It'll
kind of
be,
around.
where's which one is that? That's okay.
Dick Dick. I always think of from King
Mhm.
of the Hill. He's like Lenore.
Oh yeah. Dead Ed is running around killing people. Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's the guy I couldn't remember. Dead Ed.
Dead Ed Dedeker.
That's why I said
That makes me think
Edward.
of Ed Deepno. Um, Insomnia. Dead Ed. Dead Ed.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
is. Oh,
that's
well.
he is a dead Ed. A dead
Hey,
Ed
I don't know if I like the
walking.
sound of that. He is. What happened to him? He died in a plane. He died in the. I don't.
I
Oh
think
yeah, and
so,
like
right?
Ralph
Because wasn't he
like
flying it?
teleported into it, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dick was sad. So everything that's got. Yeah.
I knew how the story was gonna end, and the whole time I was praying it wasn't. And then like it was just so sad. I'm like, this poor little creature only had a life of pain until this little glimpse of like happiness with this man, and then died. And I'm like,
And
why?
it
Why would you
again,
put me through this?
fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. What is what is wrong with this guy? His wife and his kid
What do you
died in a
mean?
fire, and he rebuilt their entire rooms to look just like it did before they died.
Yeah, that
Sounds nuts.
sounds like a thing that would definitely happen. I mean, I'm not saying it's the like right way to process, but like who knows what the right way to process that much grief is.
Like, I feel like it's not a healthy response, but it's definitely like a PTSD response.
Yeah, like that definitely happens. People like children go missing and they preserve like their rooms or they keep up with like the ages like
I'm
so
gonna
they'll
get
buy
myself
new
stuffed
stuff
so I
like
can
as
want you
they are
for it.
supposed to get older.
Put in my will. I have to be stuffed and sit in your living room.
But I'm like this man only ever every oh my God, that's why they
Yeah,
made
that's
that
what I was about to
comment.
say.
Everything
But
around
but
him always
that's true of
dies.
everyone, not just him. At this point,
I know, but I'm just thinking like his family and then that dog and now this poor
definitely,
little creature.
he's not a good omen for life.
Oh,
He's too concerned about the kid he talks to later. The at the very
Oh,
end when
right.
he's like
Oh,
wandering the
that's what I
forest
was
and he
thinking
sees the
too. I was
kid.
like, oh God, that kid's gonna die. I mean, probably anyway, but hell, he's
maybe
like
he's
out there
like an
mercy
angel
killing
of
everyone
death.
he touches. He's like Peter. Yeah, and a lot of these, like the room had, he opened went in one room with the fucking cats everywhere. Were just like eating people, I think. All the dead people. It's something you don't
Yeah.
think about. All the, the pigs, the cats, there's gonna be a lot of animals fucking roving and, all over the place without humans to like keep them in check. Like if you go to, I don't want to name a place, was there's a lot of like boars and pigs and stuff running around in the woods out there, and if they can just do whatever they want, they're gonna it's not gonna be safe to walk down the city street without. Have you seen I Am Legend? Without like a lion like standing next to you, or like the Pig's Eye story, like a bunch of pigs coming to because those boars got some big ass horns, tusks, whatever you call
Yeah, plus all of the or the
Yeah, and
domesticated
all the
pigs will
dogs,
become wild.
at least some of them will get turn back into wolves like they used to be. Pocketbook, yeah, the pocketbook dogs will
The
take
ones that
over.
are
We'll probably get eaten
alive.
by my dogs. They're very groundhog sized.
Yeah. Also, apparently by people that are looking for
I like that
food.
he's watching horror flicks at least. Armageddon didn't ruin your taste for a scary movie.
Well, it's not just that,
That
it's
was kind
because
of
that's the
cool,
only thing
actually.
that
Yeah,
she wants to
like
watch.
the little baby deers watching TV. How does she?
I don't know why. It's just like even now I'm looking at it, I
What is
can't
on
read
there?
this again.
I mean, I knew from like the second I saw that thing how that was gonna go. This isn't like a happy author
Yeah.
story. This is Stephen King based. There's only one reason to put him in there. But yeah, that guy, man, he kills dogs, he kills people, kills cow baby things.
It's always the animals that hurt like the worst. Like the people, whatever, but leave the animals alone.
They're more innocent and
Agreed.
independent. They won't be though after a couple months. You ever see Life After People? They should put that on. Like it's always about plants. It's always about plant. It's a show on
On
History
the
Channel
TV.
about like all the vegetation and stuff, but they never talk about the animals. What'll happen to the animals after people? It's always how all our cities will disappear, like
Yeah,
everything in Central America. The jungle takes it all over. I think the animals will take it over. Okay.
it is. No,
Oh,
go
cool.
ahead. Sorry, we can move on.
I still Fred's whining at me.
Also, I also knew how
Hang on,
that
so
was
I'm
gonna
not
end.
on what was, by the way,
Yeah.
the two novels she was trying to read whenever baby Angie took a nap. Stephen King's The Dark Half and John Grisham's The Time to Kill. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Both good ones, but I think we know how everybody here feels.
When I first read that, I forgot what I was reading, and I was like, "Really? You're gonna reference yourself
Right.
again?"
And
And then I was like,
you're
"Oh
talking about
wait,
a
he
guy who
didn't
put
write this.
himself in
That's
the
right."
book, so yeah,
Well, that's
it's
why it
not
was
unheard of.
plausible.
Fred's jumping on me. Fred's giving me hugs. I think I've been talking too long. Like, hey, pay attention to me. It's because we were talking about the tick tick or the dick dick, right, Fred? You were like, hey, I'm cute too. Mm. Anything called a
I
hope boat
know.
is just, I mean, come on. You don't call it the hope boat when there's gonna be a hope. Guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah, like it's called a rescue boat because it will rescue you
I
if
was
it
the one guy's like,
comes.
there's no boat. Y'all are stupid.
It's not called the like.
Like, well, yeah, but I mean,
Well,
hope is a
yeah,
dangerous thing.
At least it gets her out of the house, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
somewhere old.
It like she needs to find another survivor.
She hasn't
Yeah.
found anyone, right? She's by herself. Everyone's dead. Wait, how
Yeah.
did that end? I can't remember. Oh, that's a short story.
She's like, I have to walk, and so either walk back
To the
to her house or
ocean,
start
and
walking
she
into the
walks into the
ocean.
ocean.
I
But that's
wasn't. Yeah, it says she stands up and starts walking, so it's kind of
Okay,
ambiguous.
I guess that's true. I just assumed that. Because that's probably, I don't, well, if I was going to kill myself, I wouldn't walk into the ocean. There's weight.
Yeah, that's
Drowning? Oh my God. Yeah.
the worst way to die.
On TV, it's always peaceful, but I'm sure it's not like that.
Or getting like, I was just thinking like getting half eaten and left to die.
By something in the ocean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another good point. Do sharks get to captain trips? Do whales? Do octopus?
we didn't see any
Maybe it's coming.
reptiles, so I don't know.
I mean, the plague breaks out.
Okay.
I'm going to an island, and that's that. That's the safest place to be.
Yeah, but remember, it happens
That's
so
also
fast.
true. By the time I got there, it'd probably be too late. You'd have to just live on the island. Yeah, Sandra's kind of like,
We should. I wonder. No, sorry, I'm just thinking real quick. I wonder if the gators are alive.
Sandra's kind of like you. She's like, I could live, but do I want to?
Right. I don't even know if I could live. I'm not even going that far.
I mean, yeah. Well, there's
I'm just
the
saying it
food
wouldn't be
issue
worth it
too,
if I
right?
could.
That's what's going to happen. Whoever controls the food is going to control the boroughs and cities and towns and all that. Because that's going to be your, well,
Yeah,
you're
unless
gonna
you
have to
can
start
hunt.
growing shit real quick, but that's going to take time, years maybe. So you're going to have to
Yeah.
go to Walmart and just start fucking emptying shelves. Nothing is enough. Yeah, that sounds awful. I need to build a bunker and I'll just do that. Seems like such
I
a
mean,
waste
there
of
are
money. It's cool
doomsday
to have a bunker,
preppers.
but what a waste. Dude. Until maybe one day it's not, but hopefully I'm hoping they're all completely wrong.
That's the joke. It's like maybe they'll prove us all wrong one day.
Yeah,
Then
chances
they'll be
are, you
laughing.
know, maybe Yellowstone will erupt in my lifetime, but probably not. Um, I don't know if that would help them if that happened. It might. Depends on where
Good
you get your
question,
air from,
actually.
right? If you have a bunker, so I guess you can recycle there. You can buy stuff for it. I'm not thinking too much about bunker. I guess, yeah, I don't want to live in a
The
bunker.
Hope Bunker.
Have you seen Cloverfield Lane? What is it? 13 Cloverfield Lane, something like that? Yeah.
The second one.
He's so
Yeah,
awesome.
it's John Goodman, right?
He gives the
Oh
perfect,
my
this
God, I love
guy
that movie.
is
He's so
such
good.
a serial killer, murderer, raper, and then maybe he is, but you never really know.
Allie, have you seen that movie?
No, I have not seen that one.
I watched the third
No
one just
spoilers, yeah.
because they kept showing up on Watch Mojo. uh, and I can't really say why if you haven't. Everybody's seen the first one, right?
I feel like I did watch
So
it.
that was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
In the third one, mom shows up at the end. Yeah, but
Jesus.
until that, it's stupid. So you just need to watch like the last 5 minutes. It's like a bad space movie that looks more like a movie set
I
than a
think I
space movie.
did
It's
see
it's
it.
not very well. But then at the end, the whatever it's called shows up and its head is like up through the clouds. Like, holy Fuck, that thing is big. Because they like go somewhere in some other dimension and they come back. Very Event Horizon like, and they're coming down to Earth, and the guy's on the radio talking to the other guy like, "Did you tell them not to come? They can't come down here with these things." And then you see one of those things, and it's up in the stratosphere. It's so big, and apparently the planet's full of them at the moment. It's like, oh well, so much for the human race. So I don't know. Do I have spoilers? Yeah, that movie ain't worth worrying about.
Whatever. Sorry, real quick. Speaking of John
I've
Goodman, do you watch
not
The Righteous
overly have some.
Gemstones?
Some.
I'm
Wasn't that
like rewatching
Danny
it. I
McBride?
finished season 3, starting season 4. It's so good. Yeah, Danny McBride, Adam Devine, John. Oh my God. Who were we just talking about? Why did I have my mind?
I'm
Goodman.
not
Yeah, thank
always a
you.
Danny McBride fan, so that
Yeah,
kind of
I get that. And it is very Danny McBride humor, but it's like better than anything he's
okay.
ever done.
I'll put it on my list.
So you should
So
try it.
try and
Give it a
get through it.
chance. Yeah. And it makes fun of
Damn it!
religion,
I
which
already
I
will. I like it.
love.
Yeah. Okay. So how long is this book? 600. So we're gonna go another 200, which
Sure.
puts us read. Do not read the Legion of Swine. Stop there. 403 on my tablet. Where does
Stop
part
at
2
the
start?
Legion of Swine.
We have a lot more of part 1 to read.
Yeah, I didn't realize how
The
long this
fuck is
book
Stephen
was when
King
I was like, holy crap.
Well, my point was a lot more of, the plague is starting stories. Because we're reading to 400 and part 2
Yeah.
starts on 377. So it's like 2 stories. But we'll see. It's okay so far. I don't know. I don't love it, but I like it. We'll see. I'm definitely ready to go.
I mean, I like the feeling a lot because it feels comfortable, but it's also new at the same
Yeah, I
time.
wish
So
we,
it's
I
like
don't know,
really, it's exciting to
almost
me.
like use some of the characters from the book, like the build up before, what happened to Glenn Bateman or Ralph, what's his face? Or, I mean, well, we know what happened to Trash Can Man. What about a kid's story?
Yeah, but it almost doesn't like because again, I think we mentioned this, or I mentioned this earlier, but it almost feels like a lot like we got a lot of these kinds of stories in The Stand because he would frequently just switch to like random one-offs.
Maybe that's
So
why
it kind of
it's like,
reminds me of
okay,
that
I
too.
get all this. Like, I want to do the stuff that I don't know about. Franny and Stu 5 years
Yeah,
from now.
that's fair.
Hopefully she's dead.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
I won't go that
I
far because
can.
it won't bring Nick back.
Franny can be dead and Nick can be alive or dead. One doesn't have to have anything to do with the other. Maybe their kid. What did they have? A girl, right? I mean,
I
a
don't
story about
remember. Who
that.
cares? I'm just kidding.
What story would you write? Do you know that?
I don't know, actually. I kind of forgot like
We'll
who
have
my
to
favorite character was, and
cover
I have
that
to think
next.
about it.
I think my first thought is I need the
Like I
Crimson
wish,
King telling Walter to go be Flag and fuck up that world on on that level of the tower. And then like have the
yeah,
story end with his foot on the beach like it
that would be
ends
great.
in
Just
the
like
stand.
yes, I agree.
But that's just one. I do that when
I kept hearing him whistle every time he
Mhm.
would show up. I kept hearing him whistle the Piano
Yeah.
Man
Yeah.
or
Billy
the
Joel.
whatever. That's a song, right? Yeah.
Very 80s again. Not 90s. Okay. We good? Are we good? I think we talked long enough. Longer than I thought we were
Yeah.
going to, for sure. Okay. See you in 2
Yeah.
weeks, maybe. End of the podcast. Everybody say bye.
Bye.